You're gonna want to for sure make sure that your paint is clean. If you can see right here, I did the fender and half of the hood, but now there's a bunch of dust on there. So if I were to do that right here where I didn't do anything, I'm just gonna pretty much make a bunch of swirl marks, and it's just gonna scratch the paint because there's a bunch of just little sand particles, and you don't want that. So you want to make it as clean as you possibly can. I know a lot of people like to do clay bar, but I don't have clay bar on deck, and the paint on this truck, as you can see, it's not the best. It's actually pretty bad, but I'm just making it look a lot better. I'm kind of just working with what I have. So you can see right here, there's a big paint chip with some rust in there. I really want to see what this fender is going to look like because this is just really bad. So if that compound that I'm using can bring this back to life, then I'm going to be pretty surprised. But like I was saying, this truck is just old and there's just a bunch of little things wrong with it, but I'd like to make the paint a little cleaner if I can. Alright guys, so this is what I'm going to be using. Got this at 3D. So I'm going to be using that, and then this, I believe this is called a wool pad, I'm not sure. So I'm going to be using this to kind of clean it up to get this. You can see right here there's a reflection, over here there's no reflection, it's all like hazy. So I'm going to be using the compound, it's compound and polish, so it kind of cleans up the swirl marks that it leaves behind. And then I'm going to be using this one. It kind of got a little messed up, but this is what I'm going to be using to apply the wax after. I'm just going to be using some basic wax just to kind of seal it. Right here you can see what it's looking like. I did a time lapse to show you guys when I have to see it all, but you guys can see what I mean by this looks so much better than this right here. Also, another thing to note is that there is a bunch of orange peel on this paint. You can see right there, it's really bad. And the reason for that is, well, the main reason is because this isn't the factory paint. This truck was resprayed sometime from when it was manufactured to now. This truck's, I think, like 35 years old, so who knows how old this paint job is. This paint job could be 2 years old, or it could be 30 years old. You never know. And also another thing, right here when I bought the truck, you can see it's gray right here, and that's because the primer is being exposed under the paint, because the paint was really thin right here. You can see that's where they laid it on really thick, or just from time people were rubbing on here a lot, so it made the paint come off, so that's why there's primer right there. But I also want you guys to know that this truck is not going to look perfect, because like I said, there's imperfections like right there on the hood, right here there's paint being chipped. So yeah, this isn't going to be a super nice paint job, but that's definitely going to make it look a lot better. Also, one more thing to note is I am not a professional detailer, so bear with me if you see something that I'm doing wrong. Please don't yell at me, because I know there's a lot of people that are going to be like, what, you're doing it wrong, you're pushing too hard, blah blah, you're gonna get swirl marks, blah blah. I understand that, I'm not a professional, but what I'm trying to show with this video is if I can do this with these products here at my house, then you guys can fix your paint on your old trucks, old cars, old faded paint like this. So that's what I'm trying to show. I'm not trying to show you that I'm a professional detailer or a detailer, and I'm trying to show you how to get your 2019 paint job or your 2020 car paint job to look perfect. That's not what this video is intended for. This video is to make your old paint that looks like this look like this. So right here, I'm going to be giving you guys a 50-50 just to give you a really good comparison from that to this, because right now it kind of blends in. I know you can see it, but I just kind of want to show you guys exactly like the difference. So I originally, on my 240 at least, that car over there, you can see the paint's really nice on that car now, but when I originally got that car, I was literally going to get sandpaper and then just start sanding it down, and then I was going to paint it. Like, I didn't even want to look at the paint because it looked so bad. So my original plan was just sand it down and start painting it. Same with this. I told you guys I'm going to be doing a budget paint job on this, so I was going to sand it down and just paint it with rattle cans. But then I found out about this stuff, and this stuff right here, if you got some really bad paint, this does wonders. I don't know like how that's even, you know, doable or possible, but I think that bottle was like $30, which might seem a lot, but $30 to get your paint looking like this from that is insane. Because when I first got it, I was like, 30 bucks, that's so much. What if it doesn't even work? That's just a waste of money. 30 bucks and buy me 3 cans of spray paint, which will do about half the hood, the fender, and the door. So I was like, damn, that's a lot. I could use that to paint this. And then now I'm looking at it like, it's insane, guys. And I'm not sponsored by them or anything, 3D. This is just something I bought, and I highly recommend it. If you have the 30-40 bucks, definitely recommend picking that up. I think I paid $36 exactly for that plus tax. And then the wool pad, I believe, was like $10. And then this other pad for the wax was another 10, I think. You don't need the wax. I just like to put wax on top just so it's nice and protected. But this is insane. Alright guys, she's now all done. It looks so much better than it did before. Obviously the paint is not perfect, and I know a lot of people are going to hate on me for saying that the paint's not perfect and saying that I'm ungrateful for whatever reason, but I'm just showing you guys that your paint isn't going to look perfect. Like right here, there's a big scratch. There's some dents, so now you can see the dents more because of the reflection. But man, this paint is right here. I already mentioned that's the primer showing through. I tried a little bit on the roof, but the roof is pretty much gone. I got a little bit of shine, but I'm kind of in a rush because I want to go take some pictures to get this golden light, golden hour, whatever. But this is another thing I was showing. There's a bunch of little imperfections in the paint, but overall, I am super pleased with how it looks. It looks insane. Just gonna focus. Had to take a picture of that real quick, but yeah, now you can see my reflection, which before you couldn't even see anything. It was just super bad. Yeah, I did not think that product was gonna do this, but just for reference, I think I spent about 2 afternoons. So you guys know I go to school in the morning, and then in the afternoon I just work on my cars. So yesterday I worked and I did, I believe I had done this, half the hood and this fender a long time ago, maybe like a week ago. And then I did this yesterday, this half, this fender, this door, and I think I finished to about, yeah, I just did this right here, just to the cabin. And then today I did this bedside, the tailgate, and then this bedside, and this door, and part of the cab right here, and a little bit of the roof. But I want to say total it probably took roughly 10 hours, which might seem a lot, but if you're doing this with your friends or you're doing this with someone else or you have music in the background, it's not that bad. But one thing I do want to recommend is do it little by little. Don't try to knock it all out in one day, because you're going to get so fed up and your hand's going to hurt from holding the machine up. But yeah, if you take your time, it'll look good. I I just can't stop looking at it. It looks so nice. It looks like a different truck. Also, I would highly recommend watching some professional detailing videos, because my video is not really in depth like all those other videos. I just slapped it on there, went back and forth until it looked kind of clean, and I just wiped it off, and that was pretty much all I did. I'm sure I missed a lot of steps, but I guess the step that I could give you guys is make sure that the truck is clean, so you don't have any like sand or any dirt on there. So that's one thing. And then two, make sure that you're not in one area for very long. You're kind of moving it around, because if you stay right here, it's going to burn the paint. And I think that's pretty much it. Just, yeah, that's pretty much all I could say, to be honest. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, guys. If you guys have any questions on this, definitely leave them down and in the comment section, and I'll reply to them as best as I can.